The Galactic Council had dismissed Earth's application for membership 3 times. Their reasoning was always the same. Human technology was primitive, their ships were inefficient, and their methods were unconventional. But Captain Lisa Martinez didn't care about the Council's opinions. She had a job to do. Lisa stood on the bridge of the Defiant, Earth's first deep space exploration vessel. The ship looked nothing like the sleek, crystalline structures the aliens preferred. It was bulky, asymmetrical, and covered in what appeared to be random modifications. To the Council, it was an eyesore. To Lisa, it was home. "Captain, we're receiving a distress signal," announced Vin Diesel, her chief engineer and oldest friend. His massive frame filled the engineering station as he worked the controls with surprising delicacy. "It's coming from the Nexus Belt. Multiple ships under attack." Lisa's eyes narrowed. The Nexus Belt was neutral territory, a trade route used by dozens of species. An attack there would violate every interstellar treaty in existence. "Species identification?" she asked. Vin's fingers danced across the holographic display. "The attackers are Krell warships. The victims," he paused, "they're Council vessels. Captain, 3 diplomatic cruisers." The irony wasn't lost on Lisa. The same Council that had rejected humanity's membership was now under attack in human-patrolled space. She could turn away, let them handle their own problems. But that wasn't who she was. "Set course for the Nexus Belt. Maximum speed," Lisa commanded. Ven grinned, his white teeth flashing against his dark skin. "Now we're talking." Initiating the Chaos Protocol. The Defiant lurched forward, its engines roaring with a ferocity that would have terrified any alien engineer. Human ships didn't glide gracefully through space, they tore through it like wounded predators. All raw power and barely controlled fury. Within minutes they arrived at the battle site. 3 elegant Council ships floated helplessly as 6 Krell warships circled them like sharks. The Krell were known throughout the galaxy as brutal warriors, their technology focused entirely on destruction. "They've disabled the Council ship's engines," Ven reported. "Shields are failing. They have maybe 5 minutes before open a channel to the Krell command ship." Lisa interrupted. A reptilian face appeared on the view screen, its yellow eyes gleaming with predatory satisfaction. "Human vessel, this does not concern you. Leave now, or be destroyed." Lisa leaned back in her chair, utterly relaxed. "Here's the thing about humans. We have this really annoying habit of sticking our noses where they don't belong. It's kind of our specialty." The Krell commander hissed with laughter. "Your primitive ship against our fleet. You are either brave or foolish." "Probably both," Lisa admitted. "But here's what you don't know about human ships. The Council thinks we're backwards because we don't use their fancy quantum drives or crystalline shielding. They don't understand why we build our ships with redundancy." Ven was already moving, his hands flying across multiple control panels simultaneously. "Redundancy is such a polite word for it. Captain, what would you call it?" Lisa asked. "Organized chaos," Ven replied, his grin widening. "Every system has 3 backups. Every weapon has 2 ways to fire. Every weak point has been reinforced with materials we basically held together with determination and welding." The Krell commander's amusement faded. "You speak of your weakness as if it were strength. That's because you're thinking like an engineer," Lisa said. "We think like survivors. Fire at will. Then, what happened next would be studied in military academies for generations." The Defiant didn't engage in the elegant, choreographed combat of civilized species. It fought dirty, Ven-activated weapons systems the Krell didn't even know existed. Magnetic mines that had been disguised as external sensors, point defense lasers hidden in the ship's hull plating, and the piece de resistance, a railgun that shouldn't have been physically possible on a ship that size. The first Krell warship exploded before they even registered the threat. The second lost its engines to a precisely placed mine. The third and fourth tried to flee, but the Defiant was faster, its inefficient chemical rockets providing sudden bursts of acceleration that quantum drives couldn't match. "They're calling for reinforcements," Ven announced, intercepting their communications. 12 more ships, ETA 6 minutes. Lisa didn't hesitate. "Vin, activate protocol Pandora." Vin's expression grew serious. "Captain, we've never tested that in actual combat." "Then I guess today's the day we find out if human engineering is as crazy as everyone thinks." Protocol Pandora was humanity's secret weapon, the real reason alien species feared human innovation. It was controlled chaos, a deliberate overload of the ship's power systems that redirected energy in unpredictable patterns, making the Defiant impossible to target, while simultaneously supercharging every weapon system. The ship began to shake violently. Warning klaxons blared across every deck. Any sane species would have called this a catastrophic failure. Humans called it Tuesday for 3 minutes. The Defiant became something out of nightmare. It moved in impossible patterns, fired from impossible angles, and absorbed damage that should have destroyed it 3 times over. The remaining Krell ships didn't stand a chance when the reinforcements arrived. They found only debris in 3 intact Council ships, their crews watching in stunned silence as a single human vessel limped away. On the bridge, Lisa surveyed the damage reports. Half their systems were fried, and it would take weeks to repair everything. But they were alive. You know, Vin said, already planning the repairs in his head. The council is going to have questions. Lisa smiled. Let them ask. Maybe now they'll understand why human ships are unique. 3 days later, Earth received a new message from the Galactic Council. Not an application rejection, but an invitation and a request. They wanted to learn about human engineering, human tactics, and most importantly, human stubbornness. Because the Council had finally learned what the Krell discovered too late. Humans didn't build ships to impress anyone. They built them to survive. And in a dangerous galaxy, survival was the most valuable technology of all.